Hello, I'm Joy, and I'm a channel, and I am going to channel today part two on clearing your mind of unwanted thoughts and feelings. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'm going to connect in to Divine Source Energy for my highest good and the highest good of everyone watching at all times. Okay. Welcome in, Joy. Welcome in, persons of the world. We are delighted to be in your presence today, as you are in ours. Okay, so we're going to continue on with this topic. So often, as humans, you have thoughts enter your mind that can create clutter and chaos, and they're showing almost like a filing cabinet. Like, it would be nice to be able to organize them, but that is not ideal. As a little recap from part one, we described entering your heart center, taking some deep breaths. We are going to go into some more detail to bridge off from what we described in part one. We want to reiterate how important it is to take time each day to sit alone. You may call this anything you would like. You may call it your quiet time. You may call it your relaxation time. You may call it your meditation practice. What you are doing is you are going in for a reset. You are recalibrating in with source energy, your divinity, your truth. You are connecting in with your soul, your higher self. So they're showing going up, and I'm looking down as if I'm on the top of a skyscraper. Okay, so you will gain a new perspective. You will feel safe and secure. So instead of looking at problems head on, you're going to see them from a different perspective. When you match up with your higher self, you will receive clarity. You will feel a sense of calm about yourself. You will look at the world as a glass that is half full rather than half empty. You will be able to step back from occurrences, happenings, and remove your energy from the situation. This part will take a little bit of practice. Do not be harsh on yourself if you do not master this right away. Set this as your intention and it will come to you. you will have empathy towards others who have not discovered this peace, this calm. Understand that even when you share your experience with this resetting process, most will shrug their shoulder at this because it is not in their awareness, their consciousness. So do not be personally offended by this. Many people will receive more than they let on, than they perceive to others. So a um a mention of this as a kind gesture and a helping hand would go very far. And then this let's see. This can open a door for someone, but it is up to each to walk through the door. Let him or her do this in their own time. You may plant seeds, but focus on yourself. You are not here to save anyone else. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. Okay, they're showing somebody who suffered a loss. This is a male, and this was a love of his. And he is deeply saddened. He's very heartbroken. He knows he can go on, but he feels very down in the dumps. He feels very saddened. He is in a low place. Honor these feelings, these thoughts that enter your mind. We never want to brush feelings or thoughts away and not take time to observe. Okay. So they're saying that you can gather these thoughts, these feelings. You can scoop them up symbolically and observe them. So they want you to understand that you are acknowledging these feelings. You are acknowledging these thoughts that have arisen. Have arose. Okay. You are holding space for these thoughts, these feelings. You are observing them. But you are not in a loop about this in your mind any longer. It may help if you jot this down in a journal. This is a way to remove these feelings, these thoughts. We are giving you some helpful hints right now. You can jot them down on paper, and then you see that they are out, and you are not hanging on to this loop that is painful and jagged and tears you up. Honor these feelings. Hold space for these feelings. But this is not your identity. You are not becoming one with these feelings. There's a distinction here that we want you to understand. Okay, they're showing me ocean waves. Okay, they're showing me like a glimpse of what happens under the water. So when we look out onto the ocean, we see the surface, the top. We see the glare from the sun or the moon. Okay, so just as you can observe the ocean and every thing that is happening below the surface, you are not becoming the ocean. You see? Okay. You will have contrast. They're defining this. Difficult experiences, painful experiences, these mold and shape your character. It is important to honor and observe these occurrences. Okay, so when they come up, honor them. They can come up, they're saying many years later, it's different for everyone, and it's even for one person, it can be different for different circumstances. Be gentle with you. They're showing your inner child coming out. Be gentle with yourself, even if you have made the most horrible of mistakes. The skewed judgment, and you have hurt others. You deserve self love. You deserve self compassion. Whatever your state, whatever your circumstances. I see someone behind bars in looks like a jail or prison type setting. This is part of your contrast. Okay, they're coming back to your inner child. Okay, so whichever age this is, um, time is not linear. We want you to understand that when you show love and compassion for yourself, so you in your state now, and you are showing love and compassion for yourself in an age that you were as a child. You don't pick the age; it just comes to you, and those details aren't important. Okay, so in your mind's eye, you're going to sit down with your inner child. And you do what feels comfortable to you. You may give your inner child a big bear hug. If you are an infant, you may hold yourself as an infant. Just as you would to a child of this age, you would be so gentle and loving and caring. Even if you were not treated in this manner, and even if you yourself have not treated another child in this manner. Right now, we are doing some inner child healing. And we're going to be very gentle with our inner child. We want you to understand that a lot of the thoughts that arise in your mind now at your age stem back from your childhood. Most do not realize this. You do not need to go through everything, all the details of the way you were raised, what you went without, what you would have done differently if you were to parent. Right now, we are just sitting with our inner child with grace, love. We are showing a compassion here. We are showing a forgiveness for anything that our child had occur to him or her, or that he or she put upon another. So when we say a forgiveness, there is a letting go. This is a releasal. The other person does not need to be involved in a forgiveness. We encourage you to do this as often as you are able. As we had Joy mention, time is not linear. So when you are showing love and compassion and caring to your inner child, it is happening at that time, at that age. This strengthens you in your age you are at, in your current perception of time. You are to say to your inner child, you are worthy. You are so special. I'm glad you are here. I'm glad you were born. We are going to get through this. There are some difficult circumstances, and you will be better because of it. Can I get an explanation for this, please? You will be better because of it. Okay, so many people are with the thought that they are damaged goods when they have gone through tumultuous times as an infant or a child or a teen in their developing years. They feel like the damage has been done, and we want you to understand that contrast is part of the bigger picture. You get through it. You are strong. You look back. You understand what it feels like to be safe, what it feels like to feel loved if you did not feel safe or loved in a certain situation. So going back and healing these parts of your inner child by showing love and compassion and kind words to your inner child will help you with your thoughts at this present age. You see? Okay. We encourage you to do this for yourself at your current age as well. You may write inspirational notes to yourself. I am special. I am worthy. I am deserving of love. Do you understand that the way you feel about yourself inwardly is your perception of the outside world? And it is like a mirror coming back to you. So if you have reoccurring worries, nervousness, anxiety, um, not comfortable in your own skin, understand that you can project this onto others in an unkind manner. And okay, so when someone is unkind to you, sit back and think, is there a part of me that feels this way about myself? This is food for thought. Um, this is not, what are you saying, punishment? Do not rake yourself over the coals over this, for it can be a little bit of a couple things here. Okay. Our desire for each of you is to take the time for yourself each day to sit quietly and make this a practice. Do your breathing as Joy has demonstrated, um, in through the nostrils, out through the mouth, and the reset fashion. In this manner, you are able to hook into your soul, your higher self, your truth, your divinity. You will see the world from a different set of eyes. The more inner child healing you do, this will raise your vibration as well. Um, they're showing like stuff you've been hanging on to for years, it will be discarded. It will be no more. You will look back and think, huh, I used to feel that way. I used to think that. You will not recognize yourself to a point. We have covered a lot of deep uh, subtopics in this topic. Understand that this is not to be whisked over quickly. So they're speaking especially of the inner child work. This can be very sensitive to a lot of people. For others, they don't even grasp the concept. It is okay, either way. Be gentle with yourself, no matter how you are feeling and what you are thinking. The point of this is to rid your mind of unwanted thoughts and feelings. Yes? Be gentle with yourself. Take baby steps on this. We encourage you to put pen to paper so that you can look back on your progress. The way the human mind works is a self protection mechanism. And so you will begin to think, no, I don't. That was just, that was in my imagination. Go deep. Go into a deeper level so that a clearing and healing can occur here. You will thank yourself later. You will feel gratitude and appreciation for the heavy lifting that you're going to be going through. Now, do not do this if it feels too uncomfortable. Maybe only spend 5 minutes. But we assure you, you will be thankful that you went through this work. So many people walk around and they're observing the world on a very surface level, and they are quick to react. They're giving me the example of like barking dogs. Bark, bark, bark. One barks and then the other barks at it. And okay, so there's a lot of reasons why dogs can bark. They can be protective of their territory, protective of their owner. They can feel scared. They can feel uncomfortable in their surroundings. So when you do this work to reset yourself and you see the world in a new set of eyes, a different perspective, you will understand why others might react. And even if you react and then later realize, oh, um, I wish I wouldn't have responded that way. It is up to you how you handle that situation, but it is now in your level of awareness. You have done the work. You are expanding your consciousness. This happens through the pain. You look back and you say, that was hard on me. That was painful. You do you understand that this expanded your consciousness, and this is one of the reasons why you incarnated on this earthly plane in your human existence. This is for your greater good, for the bigger picture. These are a lot of heavy topics. Please mention to Joy if you would like anything explained in further detail, for she offers free resources to the public for this reason. And for a personal conversation with us to grapple over some of these things, you may book a session on highvibeswithjoy.com. Joy has agreed to do our work. This brings her heart much pleasure, much joy. Okay. Okay, they're kind of like reviewing, they're like looking at everything, almost like spreading out papers on like a big glass table. Um, we feel complete. We are thankful to you, Joy, for translating our words for the persons of the world. We do see there are, okay, so with viewers, they're showing that there are like some wheels turning, some things were brought up, there's a little bit of confusion. So, like we mentioned, to reach out to Joy, um, either way, to book a session or to ask a question for further clarification. We are here for you. We are so pleased and delighted that you are taking part in connecting into your soul and to be learning more about these spiritual topics. This will enhance your life on this earthly plane, we assure you. With this, we bid you farewell. All right. Thank you. Okay. I hope that helped you. And thank you for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day.